Welcome to Get Found, Get Leads, and Grow the Local Visibility Blueprint. I'm really happy y'all are here. If you need to scoot out early, don't worry. It's okay. But stay till the end because I'm going to give you a little something to help you with your visibility journey. So my name is Evan Deckman. Who the heck am I, right? So I started the Bluebird Theater with my partner, Chris Swank, many, many years ago. This happened to have been the 25th anniversary just recently, last fall. Thank you. I'm no longer involved in the Bluebird. I sold that business, but I started it in the early 90s. And the reason why I got into it because I play music, I love music, and had an opportunity to buy the theater. And this was at the time when the internet was young. And so, I'm just going to close this. Come on in. All right, you just made it. And so, this is the time when the internet was young. And so for those that had internet access, they were able to get online. And I was like, wow, for those people that have internet access, why don't we go ahead and create a web page? And then they'll be able to see the schedule. What a novel idea, right? So that was one of the issues that I was learning about. Like, we've got this great venue, we've got great music, but nobody can find us. And long gone were the days when I could fax everybody, right? Now we're getting into the internet. And so I learned how to not only build the web pages, but get on the internet when it came to the search engines. So I learned search engine marketing before it was cool, okay? And so I've always had that passion for the small business. And once I decided to get married, raise a family, the rock and roll lifestyle was not for me. And so I got out of the business and ultimately turned to digital marketing and creating and helping small businesses with their digital marketing efforts, starting off with website development and ultimately turning into a full-blown digital marketing agency, helping with ads and everything like that. We're just going to get right into it. Oh, and this is my family. I shouldn't forget them, right? So that's me, the bald-headed guy. That's my lovely wife, Jennifer, my daughter, Esty, my son, Isaac, who's a sophomore at Denver School of the Arts, and my other son, Barry. The two on the ends, the two kids, they live in New York City. And this is actually on the stage where the Lion King performs. My daughter works for Disney Broadway. So whenever we go to New York, we always get to do fun shows and whatnot. Barry works for a consulting firm, and Isaac's a budding actor. So what you're going to discover are the 3 secrets when you guys signed up. So secret 1, your website doesn't need more traffic, it needs to convert the visitors. So your messaging on your website is super, super important. Secret 2 is that Google will promote you for free if you set up 3 things correctly. And secret number 3 is that AI and High Level, which is the platform that I use, is the best way, the cheapest way to add to your business to help with your visibility and to get new clients. And so by the end of this seminar, you're going to be able to understand through my local visibility pack, and that's like my offer, my product, if you will, how you can get there. So just a real quick blurb. I'm not going to go through all of this, but this is the local visibility pack, and it helps you get found, get leads, get into automations. There's a whole bunch of tools that I provide that will help your business become a force to be reckoned with through digital marketing efforts. And at any time, obviously, feel free to take a screenshot of any of these pages, or any of these slides. So really quick on a poll, how many of you guys, what's your biggest challenge, right, with your online visibility? You're obviously here because you want to know how to show up, be present, So how many of you are not showing up in Google searches? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. All right. And then for the people that come to your website, are they converting to leads? No? Okay. Not enough. Are you pulled in every direction so you don't have enough time for all the marketing efforts, right? And then not sure which digital marketing tactics actually work for your business. So sounds like everybody's kind of in all of these boats, feeling kind of frustrated about that. All right. So secret number 1. So your website doesn't need more traffic. It needs you to convert the visitors that you already have. Excuse me. Yes. As far as those questions that I was asking before? This is, yeah, welcome. Visitors to the actual website. Yeah, visitors to the actual website. But I'll go into Google Business Profile, which is another aspect of it, 100%. Yeah. So one of the biggest, oh, sorry, people keep wanting to come in. There we go. So one of the biggest myths in digital marketing is that more traffic automatically means more business, right? So marketing agencies out there love to sell you on increasing traffic because it's a very easy KPI, a key performance indicator to sell you on. I'm just going to get you tons of traffic. Well, tons of traffic is only part of the equation. You have to actually convert that traffic, right? So if you're getting little traffic, but they're not converting, then something's wrong with your messaging or your offer on your website. So most, and this is true, that most local businesses are actually getting traffic. And if you have Google Analytics, you can see that very easily. You're just not converting your traffic effectively. So here are the 4 conversion killers. Welcome. Have a seat, grab an orange, a drink, let your hair down. I already have. So the 4 conversion killers are, and hopefully you guys can read that, unprofessional aesthetics. Your website just looks like caca, right? It's just not pleasing to the eye. Second, a bad mobile experience. Everybody needs a really good mobile experience, and Google rewards you for that. And then third, unclear calls to action. And by calls to action, I mean a lead magnet or an offer or something on the website that actually engages the visitor to come on in and have a big presence where you can, like, if you're selling something, if you're offering something, whether it's a service or a product, you want to make them actually buy. And then fourth, slow load speed. This is probably it's a huge one in Google's eyes, because if your page is loading slowly, they won't even consider you very serious contender. But the good news is that all of this kind of stuff is easily fixed, and it's very inexpensive. And if you have a decent web person out there, they can do that quite easily. Whoops. So here's a couple of quick wins that you can apply to your website. One is that using contrasting colors for your call to action. So that might mean a button on your website that stands out, that's a different color, perhaps, that attracts the eye. Simplify the forms, right? So if your forms are like super long, people are just going to be like, oh, I don't want to fill out another long form. You also may want to qualify people, though, when they get to your website. So just depending on your business, on your industry, in terms of qualifying folks. Third, add social proof near those conversion points. So social proof are happy customers, showing that you're getting 5-star reviews, showing videos of happy customers. And then if there's that button or that call to action near that social proof, chances are much greater that you will get a conversion on that as far as clicking on that. And then fourth, again, optimizing your page speed. And all of these are not very hard to do, especially if you have a halfway decent web person who manages your website. Any of those, you can just take a look at your website and just apply these ideas to it, and then those can be implemented in an afternoon. So we're going to do a quick website audit, right? So pull open your website if you can on your phone, and I want you to check off the items. And if you want to just take a screenshot of the screen, or just note it in your mind, you know, and so we can go through these. But is it mobile responsive? All right. Is your website like super old so that you don't even have a mobile website yet? 2, does that page load under 3 seconds? And for those who came in late, there is Wi-Fi in here, and it's on the wall there if you guys want some Wi-Fi. Contrasting color for the main call to action button, making that button really stand out, right? The contact information should always be visible, especially on a mobile site. It should be visible without scrolling, right? So that should be at the tippy top. Testimonials or reviews on the main page should be there. And if you're collecting information, if you have a form, you probably want to have 5 or fewer fields. You just want that person to engage with you, give you their name, their phone number, their email, whatever it is you're collecting, and keep that. And then last but not least, an automated follow-up system for leads. So how many of you checked fewer than 5? 1, 2, maybe 3. Do I have 4? So if you did check less than 5, then you've got some issues, and you can go and talk to the therapist down the hall. No, I was waiting for that line to, anyway. So make sure that you actually have all of these in place. And the reason why is, with all of these in place and an automated follow-up system, it will help your conversion rate down the road. You have to have automations. You have to have, when somebody fills out that form, they need to know that they are responded to right away and that you're there for them. And that really encourages great communication to that potential customer. So now we are going to move on to secret number 2, which is all about getting free promotions from Google, right? So Google has a lot of rules. How many of you have tried to advertise on Google? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you have worked with Google Business Profile? How many of you have tried to get reviews? How many of you have tried to, or how many of you have been suspended on Google? Okay. So, I mean, they've got, not only do they have a ton of amazing products, and it's an amazing organization, but they also have a lot of rules. And when it comes to Google Business Profile, this is one of the main ways where you can get visibility in a really, really key way. And one of those is by showing up, hey, welcome. And so one of those is by actually having a Google Business Profile. Just by a raise of hands, does everybody in here have a Google Business Profile? Yeah, maybe, no? Okay. If you don't, right, this is the panel. Let me go here. This is the panel on the right-hand side. This happens to be my brother's business. He's a speaker. He's an agent. He represents speakers and books them all over the world. And so I thought I would pick on him because he has a bald head just like me. But so that's the information panel. That's Google Business Profile. For those of you that don't know, you probably have seen it when you're searching for a local business. But, and this is an interesting statistic, despite the 167 billion searches performed on Google each month, the typical business profile only averages about 1,200 views per month, which is less than 5% of those views resulting in an action. So the problem isn't the platform, it's that most businesses don't take advantage of its features. And we can kind of dig in later and just see, but this is a perfect example of an excellent executed business profile. And I'm going to go through those next features. So when you're talking about local search, if you're a local business, right, all Google searches have local intent. I'm looking for a lawyer, I'm looking for clothing, I'm looking for food, I'm looking for some kind of a service, I'm looking for coaching, whatever it is, I'm looking for a plumber, you name it, I'm looking for a cleaner. So people are looking, and those local intents are huge. So if you don't have a Google Business Profile, then you're missing out on a huge part of the business. So when somebody searches for like plumber near me or a coach near me or clothing near me or whatever it is, right? Most of what Google decides to display are based on 3 factors: relevance, distance, and most importantly, prominence. And while you can't control distance, you can absolutely influence your relevance and your prominence through your Google Business Profile. And so the statistics are really quite something. And this is just to kind of show you a map. So when you search for something near me, so I just searched for gyms near me, the map will show what is nearest to me and how I show up. And so, you know, most folks who are searching are on a device. They're on their mobile phone, more than likely. And when they are searching for that service or that business nearby, they're going to visit that business usually within 24 hours for whatever they're searching for. And usually 78% of those local mobile searches result in an offline purchase. So that means that when your business shows up in local search results, you're not just getting that visibility, but you're also getting highly qualified leads who are truly interested in your business. So now we're talking about these 3 critical setup elements that are part of that Google Business Profile. And this is really key, right? If you really want to take advantage of your Google Business Profile, you really need to do all of these things. And that is, you need a complete profile with accurate information. That's everything: your phone number, your hours, all of that information. And then you need regular posts and photo updates. That needs to be constant as well. If you're already posting on social media, you also need to take those same posts and put them on your Google Business Profile. That will leverage your visibility in Google's eyes. And then third, and this is probably one of the most important, is that you need to actively manage and respond to reviews, whether they're good or bad. Has anybody gotten a bad review? So Google, they care that you're getting bad reviews. If you get a lot of bad reviews, then they're going to be like, what kind of, cockamamie business is this? But if you're not getting that many bad reviews, but you respond to it within 24 hours, Google wants you to respond within 24 hours, then they know that you're responsive and that you care about the customer experience. Right, Kate? So here are some common mistakes that folks do. The first is having inconsistent NAP. So NAP is, and I still have an inconsistent NAP. I can't help myself with these stupid jokes. All right, so name, address, and phone. So the name and the address and the phone on your website might be different than your Google Business Profile. Make sure you check the consistency throughout, whether it's on the website or whether it's on the Google Business Profile or on a whole host of other listing services that are out there, which is also a great way to improve your visibility. Make sure that that's consistent everywhere. Ignoring or deleting negative reviews, right? So unfortunately, you can't delete negative reviews on Google, but ignoring them will be much more detrimental to you than really, anything else, and they'll take note. I've taken over accounts and I've seen that not only did they not respond to the good reviews, but they didn't respond to the bad reviews that are over a couple of years old. And it's like, yikes. So make sure that you're on that. Another mistake is that Google Posts is a feature that is really underutilized. If you're not taking advantage of posting, whatever it is you might be posting on social media, even if you're not posting on social media and that's not part of your business in terms of your visibility, you should still post there, because that really gives that potential customer an idea of what you do and deeper insight. It is. It's free. It's part of the Google Business Profile. And then when going through and filling out your profile in its fullest form, people fail to mark off the applicable attributes: women-owned, veteran-owned, wheelchair accessible, offers free Wi-Fi, etc. They have we've got a Turkish bath in the back, all those kinds of things. So here's another test, or another fun little quiz to see. So when thinking about this and looking at your business profile, I mean, if you don't have one, you need one. Okay, so that's number one. But if you do have one, then number two, is your contact information consistent and accurate? Have you selected those primary and secondary categories? So, I might be in an internet marketing agency, but I also do website design and development. So that would be an example of a primary and a secondary category. Have you added your products and services? This is a big one. A lot of people neglect to add what services they have out there, the products that you're selling or the services that you're providing. That has to be really fleshed out as well, because the more complete of a profile, the better. Have you posted an update in the last 7 days? I usually recommend folks to at least do a minimum of 7, once a week, but even 2 to 3 times a week is super helpful, especially if you've got a lot to say or a lot to share. Have you uploaded new photos in the last 30 days? Again, this is all work and it's a pain in the neck and nobody likes to do it. But if you want to win at the visibility game, these are the things that you have to do. Have you responded to all your reviews within 24 hours? So that's one of the things that we're going to talk about in terms of making life easy to respond to reviews. Some people get a ton of reviews and they just can't keep up because they would spend their whole day. I mean, wouldn't that be a great thing? And then a system for consistently generating new reviews. And so that was something that I was alluding to earlier, where I have an online system, the Local Visibility Pack, where you can request and automate the ability to get new reviews and to reply to those reviews. All right, so now this is the most exciting, in my opinion, is secret number 3, using AI as your most affordable team member. So how many of you have used AI, ChatGPT? I mean, everybody, right? Hopefully, right? So it's incredible. I mean, you can tell it to create a 30-day workout to lose 5 pounds, right? Or whatever you want. Or how can I get a diet based of, only fish? I don't know. I'm just making it up, but it's very, very exciting. And basically, AI gives you the capabilities within the marketing realm and marketing automation to make your business truly effective, right? So AI will make you so much more productive, will help you get found, will help you get leads, and grow by using some of these tools. So we're going to go through that right now. So a couple of ways that AI can be applied to your business, to small business, is it can help to save you time by automating repetitive tasks that eat up your day. Content development. It can create professional content literally in minutes instead of hours. It can provide that 24/7 customer support through chatbots and automated responses. And it can handle administrative work, believe it or not, like bookkeeping or expense tracking. And lastly, it can answer the phone and set appointments. And I actually utilize this for my business. I have an AI employee. Her name is Alex. And if you ever want to meet Alex, you can just call the main line. But the bottom line here is that AI helps you to work smarter, not harder, and it gives you back time so that you can do the things that you need to focus on more. And I'm going to go into an example of it, but when it comes to, here, I'll show you. Well, I'm going to go into an example on the next slide, but some of the tools, and I don't know how deep you've gotten into ChatGPT or any of the AI tools out there, but for content creation and customer support, ChatGPT is really the way to go. And whenever you're starting off with ChatGPT, ask it to think in that role. You are a customer service expert. Please respond to this. Or you can actually cut an email, the content of the email that you received, and say, you are a customer service expert. How would you handle a response to this email? That's just one way. For design and visual content, Canva. I did this presentation in Canva. For business operations, Notion and QuickBooks. QuickBooks has an AI feature to it. I mean, all these things are coming into the small business realm at an affordable price. So marketing automation, which is where I'm at and what I'm trying to teach you guys about, tools like High Level, which is one of those tools that I have, can help create and automate so many aspects of your business, including the AI employee, which I just mentioned answers my phone. And depending on how you train that AI employee, it will schedule an appointment, it will transfer to accounting, it will transfer to all of the appropriate places. These tools are affordable, and they are not super advanced so that you're just pulling at your hair and, you know, it's like super tech nightmare. Well, ChatGPT is $20 a month for the next level up from the free. I mean, a bunch of them have free trials, so you can go in there and do free. ChatGPT actually has free, but when you go up to the paid, you can do multiple queries at once. You can do more advanced. It gives you more advanced learning models. And then with, for example, like QuickBooks AI, I think that's like $17 a month. So, I mean, you've got all of these services, and, you know, if you sign up for all of them, it does add up. And so one of the beauties of the system that I'm on is that it includes a whole bunch of stuff for one price, low price. But here are some real world examples, right? So there's a local plumbing company that implemented an AI chatbot on their website that handles appointment scheduling 24/7. So, and you can also, you know, change that out for, you know, not only a local plumbing company, but any other service-based or professional company that needs appointment setting. People can go into the bot, request an appointment, and if the availability is set up, People can book right there. They're happy because their needs were taken care of. They don't have to wait overnight. If you were in a business that really needs to hear from someone right away, this is a great way to do it. Barbershop. So I have a barbershop client. I was talking to him one day and I said, what's the biggest, bottleneck in your business? And he said, answering the phone. It's like, I've got haircutting associates that are at the chair, they're cutting, then all of a sudden the phone. So they have to say, hold on a minute. They go over here, so-and-so barbershop. We implemented, they have 3 stores here in town, and we implemented the AI employee to answer the phone. And 9 times out of 10, the people who are calling just want to book an appointment. Well, they have an online booking system with the availability already built in. So they were able to do it over the phone. They'll either the AI employee will send a link to the person calling in, and they can click on that link, book the appointment, and they're happy. They can also choose which hair cutter, they want to use. So it's incredible. They also use it to generate their social media content. So they can set up 30, 60, 90 days out of content by asking ChatGPT to help them with that. And then they can go in and they can actually set it up so it's already done for the next 90 days. And they probably spent maybe an hour, 2 hours just getting everything set up and making sure that it's going to fire off at the right time. An accounting firm implemented AI for processing client documents and extracting key information. So and you're probably thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to upload my personal, documentation into ChatGPT. So what we've done and what a lot of people do is they create their own custom GPTs, which means that not only is it locked off from the rest of the world, they can't get into it, but it's only available to the business and they can upload their information. And that's what we did for this accounting firm, where it literally saves them hours and hours and hours because it summarizes all of this documentation that was sent to them via their secure portals. So these are not like super high, these are not high level companies, but they're local businesses, just like you and me, that are leveraging this to get more time to be more effective in their business. How's it going so far? Everybody okay? Anybody need an orange? Are you sure? Please. All right. So which AI tool, Richard, maybe this will answer your question a little bit more, but which AI tool is right for your business? Ask yourself which tasks consume most of your time. What's your biggest challenge right now? What area do you think could benefit most from automation? Is it marketing? Is it getting emails out? Is it creating a lead generation system? So content creation, ChatGPT, marketing materials, Canva. I used to be really deep into Photoshop and all of the Adobe products, but Canva is unbelievable and it's a fraction of the cost. Financial management challenges, email marketing challenges, all of these tools are super helpful and can really improve your business. The key is here, you can get overwhelmed, right? Oh my God, where do I start? Like there's so many choices. The key is to start small. Identify really number 1 on that list. What tasks consume most of your time? And go from there. If you can really sit with it and be with it and say, I'm not effective enough at communicating to my customers or to my employees or whatever it is. And that really goes into number 2, which could potentially be, what is your biggest business challenge right now? Could be getting more leads. It could be growing your web presence, getting more reviews, bumping up your reviews on your Google business profile. And usually number 3 comes in on the last point, and automation usually can help solve a lot of these problems and or using AI. So what do I do now? Nice photo, Anthony. Anthony is a local photographer here in town who does great shots. What do you think? This just happened the other day. So what do I do now, right? So here's what I want you to do. Here's another pop quiz to keep you on your toes, right? So how visible is your business right now? I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5. You don't have to do it now. Maybe take a picture if you want, but rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5 for each item. How complete is your Google business profile? And be honest, take a look at it. If you don't have any posts or any of the social media aspect of Google business profile, then you're not complete. But maybe that's the only thing that you're not utilizing. So leverage that. Give yourself a 1 through 5. Online review quantity and quality. Are they good reviews, or are they just somebody who hit 5 and didn't give you any feedback or anything like that? Sure, they're nice, but wouldn't it be nice to have like a meaningful review? They fixed, the spritzer valve in the flank, or whatever it is, and they did great service. So website conversion optimization, and really what this is going back to that whole lead magnet and calls to action on the website. Do you have an offer? Do you have something up there that can engage the visitor who can then convert? 4, local directory presence. This goes into part of Google Business Profile, but it's more than that. It's that name, address, phone, but showing up on a whole bunch of directories out there in the world. Remember Yellow Pages? Well, they now have an online component. Nobody goes there. Everybody goes to Google, but Google every 48 to 72 hours reaches out to Yellow Pages and City Search and about 100 other directories that you can submit to, and so that you're showing up more meaningfully in those searches. So local directory presence, do you have any? And then the last one is, do you have any automation systems in place? So the OG of automation systems were, oh my gosh, I'm going out of town, I better put up my out of office notice, right? That was like the original one where everybody, well, now it can do everything. If instead of them replying to you, it can be like, oh, do you need to schedule something? It can send a whole bunch of emails if you have a question in the email about certain services that you provide. So there's a lot of functionality as far as automation. So add up your score, and if you've scored less than 15, then you've got opportunities to improve on your local visibility and your lead generation. So that brings us to how you can get started. So the only way to create predictable growth and freedom is by building a visibility and lead generation system that works for you, even when you're off the clock. And the way you do that is by the local visibility pack. Feel free to take the, I can email you a link. But what I do is I'll do a local visibility audit on your website. And then I don't, I can't work with everyone because sometimes I'm just not a fit for certain businesses. But I'll do an audit initially, and then see if we're a fit, and then I can put together a personalized plan and setup. And then once you're signed up, you can see results within 30 days. There's no doubt about it. And it talks about the pricing, and that link will take you to book a meeting with me, and we can go over your program. So let's design a blueprint together. And thank you. There's another picture. Anthony, Thanks, everybody. Any questions?